From when I was 16 to 19, so 2017 to 2020, I had developed a crush on a girl who I'd been interested in, who I'd been like incredibly interested in, for like 3 years essentially, and it was super ridiculous. Like, imagine that, like 3 years, and you're like devoting yourself to one girl, and it doesn't even look cute or good or anything. It just looks all around creepy. And and here's the thing with it, and this is called oneitis, and it's really bad because men kill themselves over this type of stuff, and even some women too. Some women definitely have been like hurt in situations where they've been rejected by a lover, and it like definitely did sting them really badly to a point where they may have like committed suicide too. But it's more common for like a man to do it though, you know and at this time, most of the shit that happened was really really embarrassing too, like really really embarrassing, like on a level where it's like I'm not gonna like get into like what I did or like the approach I had to pursuing this girl in question at the time. And yeah, it was a very weird one. It was a really really weird one too. And so for context, uh where it got unhealthy was that there was stuff that we had that we did not always have like common ground with, and there's stuff I didn't have that she had that I didn't agree with, and there were views that I had that she didn't agree with too. And I don't want to get into it and say which views are which, because I feel like at this point I've grown to be very apolitical, because politics are just a waste of time, and I feel like people should like more so work on forging their own lives instead of like waiting for somebody or like a president or a prime minister or a mayor to a mayor 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 yeah mayor to basically change their lives for them, or to basically make their lives better with whatever policy is in place. I feel like you have like the control to do that yourself by just working harder on it. So that's why I genuinely do think that politics are a waste of time, and that it sucks. And also, like in this context, it ruined a friendship I basically had with this person, or a relationship I had with this person too. And because there was stuff we didn't agree with beforehand, and whenever I'd have like these arguments with her, it would be very occasional I would have these arguments with her. But and like the first two, I think what I did, and this was so bitchy, this is like such a bitch move, but what I did was that I'd realized that me expressing my viewpoint was making her mad. So what I did was that yeah I got was that yeah I what I would do is that I would like immediately like shift, and like I would copiously apologize, and or act like she changed my mind, which was such a pussy move to make, because it's like, really, I had to do that because I was just scared she was gonna block me or not want to talk to me anymore and not be romantically interested in me anymore. That's super ridiculous. And the way she actually did end up blocking me was the same way. But this time, it's like what I did was that I didn't, copiously apologize afterwards, and I didn't like act like she changed my mind. Really, I kind of just stayed like true to my beliefs on things, and yeah, she blocked me. And you know, at first I thought like, and this was in 2021, and so this is like when I started to like lose romantic interest in her too. It's a loud ass car. But yeah, that was when I started to lose the romantic interest in her too, and kind of stopped caring. So it's like, at that point, it's like, yeah, I wasn't upset. In fact, I was happier than ever almost too. Like, that was something that needed to happen. Okay, well, maybe not needed. It didn't need to like end on like such a toxic note where It's like, okay, we had a stupid political debate, which is like, what the hell even is that political debate? It's like, okay, like if somebody asks me which which side I identify with, like right, left, center, like above, below, fucking underground, above ground, like perpendicular, diagonal, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. You know, it's all dumb. It is all dumb. Like if you really want, I already said it. I don't want to like repeat myself and sound redundant too much, which I might do for something else and not realize it. But say what, you know? it, it's weird. It was weird, and I'm not gonna act like, she was the bad one in this situation too, and say that, oh well, just because I had a different opinion and expressed a different opinion and expressed myself for once, she didn't like me and she wanted to block me on everything and hates my guts now. When really and truthfully, when I think about it, it definitely was a buildup that may have caused that. I just tilted my glasses there. There you go. Let me put you in the corner right there, buddy. All right, you're safe now. And also, let me probably keep my hands off the table too, because it's like, yeah, I'm very jittery right now. I had like a fucking blizzard at Dairy Queen. First time I had one in a while. I just wanted to see them like put it upside down and like watch it not fall. But I digress. Yeah, so it's like I can't like be all like, oh, hashtag MGTOW, hashtag incel, and think that, okay, yeah, it's over because she didn't accept me for who I am and this, that, and the other. And okay, I'll get into the topic of like accepting someone for who they are in another video, but not this one. So yeah, I can admit I do like take most of the blame as to why that stuff didn't go well, because in all honesty, my social skills were very poor. My social skills were awful at the time. I still don't think my social skills are very good now, too. But they were like the worst back then. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my parents. Maybe it's because of the schools I went to. Or maybe it's because, it's just me and choices I made and things I chose to do that, that would like equate to my social skills being very bad. You know? But other than that, it's like I'm improving, and obviously I want to change, and there's nothing impossible about like change in a way too, if that makes sense. Because anyone can change, no matter how they were conditioned or born, in a sense too. And I think that like really did help with the fact that, okay, yeah, like in 2021 when she finally like fully blocked me and like ghosted me and stuff, it's like I didn't feel like the serious like gut-wrenching depression I thought I was gonna feel when that happened. you know like maybe like within like halfway through to like that phase in my life of like pursuing her, yeah, I definitely would have been a wreck at that time too. you know I would have been a wreck at that time too, and because I was that invested in that girl. That like music video from Bring Me the Horizon, follow you, and basically like in the music video it's basically about this guy who like is singing about this like girl he has a crush on and wants to date, and basically he doesn't give a shit about anything that's going on around him. Like his dog just killed, his grandma possibly got like murdered by zombies. Like it's a whole apocalypse going on, but this dude just has his headphones in, listening to this love song that's playing, and basically thinking about this girl he's obsessed with, while like shit is hitting the fan, like around the world or in the country. I don't really know what the lore of that music video is. And then when he finally like walks up and meets the girl, it's somebody who doesn't really, it's obviously a zombie too. So in a sense it's symbolizing, somebody who doesn't like him at all really, and doesn't have his best interest at heart, while he has her best interest at heart. But it's like, yeah, it's not good. Like she's eventually gonna bite him in his sleep or something, or like as he's walking through the door in the music video. And that's basically how I was, you know. I wasn't giving a shit about my friends who were right there, and my family who, you know, genuinely do really care for me, despite, you know, certain things, you know, I may have seen back then that they did or said that, you know, I still find problematic to a degree, you know. It's like I do admit, like, my family did care about me, and it's like I definitely was going through a phase where it's like I didn't really care about anyone else but her, because I, like, that was how, like, ridiculous of a pedestal I was putting her on, which was so ridiculous, you know? But I think it's like best, like, don't have crushes at all, like, especially when you're like an adult and you're not in school or anything and you're at a job. Don't have crushes. Like, have love interests. And okay, not at your job, by the way. That's very risky. That is super risky. Unless you have like 10 out of 10 like looks and personality and stuff, you could probably do it. But still, I'd still say not to touch that. Like, you know, do it in a more casual setting too. But it's like, yeah, if you if yeah, just like have love interest instead of crushes instead, because crushes will lead to one-itis, and basically, you know, you like this person, and all that's going to happen is that you're going to hurt yourself way more, like, if you end up with her and it ends up not really being a good relationship and you break up. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be hurt more if you shoot your shot and she said she isn't interested in you and probably does it in a very brutal way. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt more, unless instead of like just having crushes and focusing on one person, you have like love interests. And you know, when I say this, I don't mean when I say this, yeah, that's the thing. When I say this, I do not mean like, okay, like date a bunch of people at once, unless it's like a consensual polyamorous relationship. Then yeah, sure, do what you got to do. Like, yeah, all right, do your thing, you know. But if you're like a monogamous person and you're like dating and you're like juggling multiple girls at once and basically like cheating in a sense, like, yeah, that ain't cool. That's not cool, man. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Bye.